Hi guys, good to see you again, welcome back to the channel. Well, I've headed back to the forest again, and the plan was to head back to that stream and finish off what I didn't really start, was taking it slow. But anyway, it's on the way here it started raining, and it has just stopped again, but I thought with there being rain and it's quite dull, but there could be some good colour in the leaves, and obviously the red carpets of leaves on the floor. So I've headed into the forest. I did have a quick walk down the stream, but I was too keen to come into the forest today, so we're in the forest. I say we've had a bit of rain. It has just eased off for now, but it talks of a bit more rain later, so it really is last chance of the autumnal colours now. So let's go and see what we can find. I've just found a quirky looking silver birch, and it stopped me in my tracks just in this marshland here, in this moorland, and it's got some proper nice shapes to it. Unfortunately the top of it just sticks out from the backdrop, from the back pine there, but I'm going to remember it because on a foggy day it might work really well. If it's just a white canvas behind it and this quirky looking silver birch could work really well, so I'll be back. Just cover that up because this rain's getting a bit heavier now, but because we've had this rain all morning, it's enhanced the colours lovely in the forest here. I say colours, there's not much left on this particular avenue of beech trees that I'm at, but just enough to grab a last autumnal frame or two. But yeah, so I found a nice avenue of beech trees. I've got 4 or 5 good sized beech trees for leading my eye away down this avenue for probably about 600 yards, I should think. At the end of the avenue there's obviously an opening in the canopy because there's a nice light area and it looks nice and misty and atmospheric because of this misty rain, so that's nice. It does draw my eye straight down the avenue, which is nice. We've got a lovely red carpet of leaves, just like as what's been in most of my frames the last sort of week, 10 days. So a lovely carpet of red. I absolutely love these carpets of red at the minute. The beech trees have all got some nice green moss on them, again really enhanced by the dampness of this misty rain, so that's really adding to the frame. And I say there's not a lot of colour left on the branches, but just enough for a frame, so quite happy with this one. I say there's a misty canopy as well that leads your eye through the tops of the branches, so that's nice. So yeah, I think this will be the last time I come to this particular avenue, because after that there'll be no colour left at all, so I'll probably wait for the leaves to be totally stripped, and then might be a nice wintry scene down here later on in the year with a bit of frost or something, you know, or some nice fog. But anyway, I'm shooting with the variable polarizer on. That's cranked right round, so I have taken a bit of sheen off the leaves and a bit of sheen off the carpet, but it really has enhanced them colours. Now because there's some gusty wind about, I've had to put the ISO up to ISO 800 just to keep that shutter speed up, so I'm at 15th of a second at the minute, and I'm at an aperture of f8. I've focused on the second beech tree going along, so I've got some nice depth in the frame still. The majority of the frame should be nice and sharp. I might add a bit of the autumn effect to it anyway in post and add a bit of colour and try and bring these greens out a bit. But I used the app again on the phone for the shutter release, so everything was nice and still. No shutter delay on this because I can use the app off the phone obviously, so that was handy. And yeah, oh, there's a gust of wind again just as I'm talking now. A load more leaves coming off, so it isn't going to be long now before these beech trees are stripped. But anyway, yeah, making a nice frame this, so I'm pleased I came into this bit of the forest today, so job's a good one. I'll put the image up now, guys, and I hope you like it. Well, the weather's taken a turn for the worst and there's lots of gusts of wind now. The branches are swaying and going too. I've had to go down to ISO 1250, which is plenty enough, far too much really, even for the 5D Mark IV. And that's at f8 because I wanted to keep a bit of depth in this composition, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. And I'm only at 1/13 of a second, so there's going to be movement in the leaves, I'm fairly sure of it. But anyway, it's a bit of a similar frame to the last one. But I'm just taking my time today. I've slowed down a lot, learnt a big lesson, as you saw in the last video on the stream. So I've been slowing it down. This did catch my eye. It's a similar frame to the last composition, but this time we've got a fence on the left-hand side, which leads your eye off into the distance, down this pathway, and onto a lighter area again. Obviously there's another opening in the canopy or a bit of moorland at the end of this path. So there's a lighter area right at the bottom, so it leads your eye across. But I've got some nice colour. It's quite a tight path, this one. So there's lots of branches hanging over together. Still got a fair bit of leaf on there, so there's still some nice colour, which is obviously what caught my eye. We've got a bit of grass at the top of a little bit of an area where before the path dips down again. So we've got a bit of green grass, but we've got the majority of the surface of the forest floor is red leaves again. So quite a nice frame. I say I'm gonna have to call it a day now because it really is gusting about and it's playing havoc with the settings. So say ISO 1250 too much really. I have been trying to wait for the wind to drop, but it's just not doing really. You just get set and then there's another gust and a load of leaves fly off the branches. So I think Mother Nature's telling me it's time to go home. I'm on the school run anyway, so I'll have to get going soon, but I've definitely improved my technique today, a lot slower, and really enjoyed it. I say you probably don't cover as much ground in the forest, but you can just concentrate a bit more. And yeah, overall, let me just wipe that lens because it's starting to rain again. Crikey. But I say the rain's added to the atmosphere today and the colour, so it's you know, it's fine to come in the forest when it's raining. Better conditions when it's raining. It's just keeping all the kit dry. But anyway, I'll put this frame up now, guys. I say I'm going to do a bit of work on it in post. Hopefully it'll be okay. Let me know what you think. Well, that'll do us then. We'll call that a day, I think, with the wind getting quite gusty now. It's getting quite tricky to keep everything sharp, really. It's nice to have a bit of movement in the leaf, but there was a bit too much. And I say going down to ISO 1250 was way on the limit, really, if not over. So we'll call it a day. And I'll hop off to the school run now. But yeah, thanks ever so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Two similar frames, unfortunately, but I just stopped with what caught my eye, and obviously the main thing at the minute is colour, and there was certainly some nice colour in them too. So there is some nice colourful beech trees, but they're so tight in amongst other trees, it's difficult to separate each tree, you know, to get a nice composition. But I'll keep looking because we've probably got about, there is a few beech trees that are still quite yellow, so still a bit of a chance of getting some nice frames, but I'll keep coming back anyway. But yeah, thanks ever so much for watching. If you could remember to give the video a like, that'd be much appreciated. Best way to help the channel. And hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't subscribed yet. That'd be great. And yeah, job's a good one. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Look forward to hearing from you on the comments, and we'll catch up in the next video. Take care, guys. Catch up soon.